They say no, you say next until you find your yes. Now you may be asking me, what in the world does that mean? So I'll tell you all a quick story. Back in 2017, I wanted to work for a really big aviation company, and I knew absolutely no one who worked there. I didn't have any form of connections to that space. I didn't even know any pilots or any mechanics or engineers. And I told myself that I would utilize the power of LinkedIn because I've heard time and time again from continuous people that this is a social media platform that allows you to connect with different people from different ways of life, from different industries, all around the world. And I was excited to try it out. So I told myself, okay, let me take the time to connect and reach out with people just to learn more about what they do. And even though they were total strangers, I told myself, okay, what's the worst that can happen? They could maybe either ignore me or say, hey, I'm sorry, I can't help you, or that's it really. It's just those two things. They could either say no or ignore me. So I told myself, okay, let me go for it. Let me try to reach out to as many people as I could to express my passion in aviation, to learn more about them, and to hopefully spark a conversation with them. Because I too wanted to get into a similar position that they were in at this aviation company. So I decided to reach out to people on LinkedIn. I reached out to about 550 people. 550. Out of those 550 people, I would say 75 to 90 people, I would say closer to 75 actually, ended up getting back to me within the span of 1 month. They ended up connecting with me on LinkedIn. Out of those people that I followed up with that actually accepted my request, maybe only 50 people ended up responding to my messages out of those 75. Out of those 50 that ended up responding to me, I was able to set up informational phone calls with maybe 35 of them. So that way I was able to learn more about what they did. And out of those 35 people, I realized that some phone conversations went incredibly well. We clicked. There were other phone conversations that kind of seemed forced, or it just wasn't, there wasn't any form of mutual match, so to speak. But one thing that remained constant was my efforts. For I always knew in my mind that it only takes one person to say yes. Only one. And that could change your life forever. It could give you the opportunity to go after an interview, meet someone that could change your life. It could give you the next opportunity to do something big, right? So eventually I met this one person. They were so kind enough to actually meet me at a coffee shop. And little did I know that when I was conversing with this person, they decided to perform an act of kindness. Without letting me know, they ended up talking to their colleague about how interesting our conversation was at that coffee shop. And they were willing to vouch for me. So much so that this coworker reached out to me for an interview 2 weeks later. And to me, that was unreal. Like, I was not expecting that at all. And it was such a pleasant surprise. And I didn't find out about this until way afterwards. So that is the power of being persistent, first and foremost, and disregarding all of those no's. You only need one yes to make your dream come true. Remember that.